What's going on, crew? What's going on? Let's get right into it. None of this fucking wasting time in the intro bullshit. Rambling. So having a lot of interesting conversations down in the comments. I love seeing this, guys. Love this. This is productive. This is constructive. We're getting at it. We're discussing ideas. We're not talking about idiots like Richie. Fucking Ape Father. He doesn't get called the Ape Father out of this mouth. Fuck that guy. We're talking about good things. So I posted a video earlier. Link it right there. I think that's where it goes. About the $20 trillion bailout and my thoughts on whether this could potentially not be a good idea. You know, do we really want to put our children at stake, having them pay off this debt? And a lot of people have been pointing out some good things. To my understanding, the U.S. bailout in 2008-2009 was $700-800 billion. And some people are saying, no, it's more like 29 trillion, which, you know what? I didn't factor that in. I was specifically talking about the U.S. And to be fair, yeah, the bailout package, the initial package was $700-800 billion, but then the Fed went on through QE, quantitative easing round 1, 2, however many fucking rounds they made and how many were they at. Through quantitative easing, they went on to print trillions more, and that was just in the U.S. You know, that whole fiasco did, and this is where I think people are coming from. Somebody mentioned, I can't remember the name, but somebody mentioned the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Fuck's sakes, pulled another Richie. Phone ran out of storage. So what I was saying is the International Monetary Fund, apparently it's stated, I'm going to look this up. I haven't seen this myself, but I do believe it. I believe it's probably true. The IMF stated that the actual cost of the 08-09 Great Recession was more like $29 trillion. And worldwide, that's probably true. In the U.S., don't think it was that high. I'm calling BS on that. But worldwide, it probably was that, because the U.S. was not the only country that got hit by this, and they weren't the only country who introduced QE or some form of QE, basically money printing. Quantitative easing, that's just a fancy word for money printing. You know, they claim they were buying bonds and blah, blah, blah. They were just fucking printing money is all they were doing. They're trying to prop up the economy. Japan was doing it. European countries were doing it. Everybody was fucking doing it. So it likely was more than $29 trillion. So what I'm trying to get at is what somebody else brought up, that maybe this 20 trillion bailout that's in the works, maybe it's for us, maybe it's for this movement, maybe it's for this whole play, and maybe it might lead to a reset in the economy. Now, I'm not getting into the whole great reset leftist fucking libtard bullshit, because I don't know if it's clear yet. I am not a leftist. Far from it. I'm a fucking hardcore conservative. But let's talk about history and how things typically work. So generally, as it's gone right now, historically, around every 40-ish years, there has been some major shock or reset to the fiscal and monetary policy as we know it. And some people believe, and this is where I agree with some of these people, maybe this will be the next crash, the next big reset, that there is some kind of major reform, some kind of major change to fiscal and monetary policy, because we are, according to history anyways, we are long overdue. The last one that we saw was in 1971, when Richard Nixon took the United States off of the gold standard. That was over, what is that, 50, yeah, about 50-ish, 51 years ago. Now, before that, so 1971, before that was Bretton Woods. That was, I think, in 1944. I'm not a fucking total history buff. If my dates are a little bit wrong, don't fucking chew me out in the comments. Just point it out, please. Please correct me. Please fact check me. Excuse me. So, 1944, Bretton Woods. Basically, what they did in Bretton Woods is they decided, hey, you know what? We need basically a gold standard. We need like a reserve currency. So the United States, it was decided that the United States, the US dollar, would basically be the world reserve currency, but the US dollar would have to be pegged to gold and the gold standard. So I think it was like $35 an ounce every whatever. I might be wrong. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I don't remember all of this shit, but I think it was 1 ounce of gold would be worth $35 US. And that ran all the way up to 1971, where Richard Nixon basically said, fuck all y'all, we're off the gold standard, fuck this shit, we're not pegging $35 to an ounce of gold anymore. We're not doing any of this shit even to gold whatsoever. And there was some conspiracy around that, right? Whether because I think it was a couple countries. I think France was one of them. They were starting to say, hey guys, like, hey, United States, like, what the fuck's going on? How much gold do you guys actually have? We want our shit back. Because the U.S. was holding it, and supposedly Fort Knox was empty. That was the rumor. That was a conspiracy. Well, anyways, Richard Nixon said, fucking done. We're done with this shit. So, long story short, what I'm trying to say is, you know, technically we are long overdue for a major monetary and fiscal reset, historically anyways. Maybe this will be that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Fuck, I think we're long overdue. I mean, it's pretty obvious that reform is needed. We are long overdue for reform on Wall Street. What they've been getting away with is absolutely insane. And they're all in bed together, guys. They're fucking all in bed together. The government, Wall Street, it's an old boys club. They're all a bunch of buddies. They're all a bunch of boys. They fucking smoke cigars, drink whiskey, sail on their yachts in the fucking Hamptons. It's fucking disgusting. So maybe this will be it. Maybe this movement is bigger than we actually think it is. Maybe it's bigger than us. Maybe it's, you know, of course I want my tennies, and of course you do too, but maybe it's fucking bigger than that. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't you like to say that you were a part of major fucking change in history? Like, when this shit gets written in the history books later and in the future, and when our kids are going to school and learning about this shit, it's gonna be kind of cool to say and to think, hey, you know what, I was a part of that. Or not. It could be totally wrong. It could be totally going down a rabbit hole here. And this is a totally fucking wild, crazy conspiracy theory, but it's pretty fun to think about, isn't it? I don't know. Guys, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. As always, I love having these conversations. I read and reply to all comments. I love hearing your guys' thoughts. I love that we're having constructive conversation for once. Like, some of the bullshit I'm seeing on some of these YouTube channels and all the stupid shit being said in the comments, like Richie, that fat fuck, big slob, doesn't get called the Ape Father out of my mouth because he didn't fucking deserve that title. The shit that I see going on that guy's channel and in his comments literally contributes nothing to this community. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. That guy's a fucking stain on this community. He's a total embarrassment. So it's really cool to see what we're doing over here. I don't know. Maybe this is our own change. I don't know. Still don't know. Still don't know. Just a guy posting vids. Let me know what your thoughts. Peace. Fuck. Turn off. Fuck, this is not working. I should edit this up, but I'll leave it up.